Hi friends, welcome to another color and chat, and today we're going to color in Fanciful Fairies and Dazzling Dragons by L. Horner, and this is a Dover coloring book, and we're going to finish a page that I started. So we're going to finish this page up, or we're going to get close to it. And I am using Crayola color pencil, and this is glitter gel pen. So we only have a couple more things to color because I'm not going to color the background or anything. Also, if you hear like a whirring noise in the background, that's my fan. Because it's really hot in here. So we're using the Crayola tan color pencil. I might have to sharpen it actually in a little bit. Let me move you down more so you can see better. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I did kind of a test live stream on on Instagram earlier today, just to see how it worked and everything. I'm a little more keen to, well, first of all, YouTube won't let me live stream until I've reached 1,000 followers. So that's kind of that's like a weird, I wonder why they came up with 1,000 as a number. I don't know. But anyway, but I can live stream on Instagram, which is probably better because there are a lot of trolls on YouTube, more so than on Instagram, especially on live feeds. The trolls are out there. So I'd rather use Instagram anyway because I think it's more like hobby friendly in general anyway. So but anyway, yeah, I just gave it a little test run. Used my tripod. And I think it worked well. I need to figure out a better placement for it though, because the way it was sitting, it was the picture I was coloring was kind of upside down, which I guess doesn't really matter because you could still see what I was coloring. But yeah. I saw this book, by the way, on Jamie's channel, Jamie's Coloring Love, on her when she was doing her coloring book videos, like what books she has and stuff like that, and this was one of them. And I had never heard of this particular Dover book before, and it's really cute. And I have another Dover book, but and it's cat related because of course it is. I think it's called Dumpling Cats. I think that's what it's called. But it's just really cute cats. But I wouldn't mind having the like fairy alphabet one. That one looks kind of cool. Hold on, let me sharpen this pencil. Sorry. I'm using the little one. It's loud. Okay. Sorry, it's a little loud. It's easier to color with Crayola pencils if they're sharp. Much easier. But yeah, I love the paper in the regular Dover books. Actually, I like it a little better than the Creative Haven books that they have, the paper in there. I don't know if it's just me, but markers are okay, but if you're just trying to use colored pencil, I don't know, it just feels a little weird. I mean, I haven't used every set on that paper that I own, so I don't know, maybe I own a set that'll work well. I think the only ones I've used on that paper are polychromas. Maybe I'll try Prismacolor next, or Arteza or something like that. But yeah, the polychromas are a little weird on that paper. At least to me they are. They're a little slick, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But excuse me. Other than that, you know, Creative Haven books jeez, I don't know what's the deal with my throat. Hold on. Need some water. I think it's because I had dairy right before I started talking, and dairy and phlegm, not a good idea. Anyways. Aren't I full of interesting things? I'm so interesting right now. Anyway. Yeah, but all of the Creative Haven books are really cool. There's literally something for everyone. And they're single-sided, which the Dover books, like this one, are not. They're double-sided. So you'd have to copy these onto, like, other paper if you wanted them to be single-sided. The good news is they lay really flat, as you can see, so you don't really have to take these out of the binding to copy them. Also, welcome to new subscribers. Thanks for joining my little channel. Welcome to my rambles. I'm doing this later in the day than I normally do it, because it's just been so hot today that, like, I don't know, kind of don't have a lot of motivation for a lot of stuff because of the heat and everything. Alright, so we're going to go over this little pot with light brown, Crayola light brown. And like, honestly, I never know where to put my shading. Like, I just put it anywhere. Wherever it looks like it needs to be shaded. I don't use like, you know, draw the light source lines or anything. I'll show you guys the picture I was working on the Instagram live test stream I did earlier today that I was talking about. Once I've gotten a little bit farther on this picture. I got the Chibi Girls Unicorn book for my birthday, which was this month. And it's my first April Amber book. And then it's funny because right after I got that one, I was like, I need like Chibi Girls Volume 2. So I went and got Chibi Girls Volume 2 right after it. So I still have to color in Volume 2. And it's funny because I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but I feel like Chibi Girls Volume 2 doesn't get as much love. Which is sad, because I feel like that one has some really good pictures in it. I mean, they're all adorable. Like, all 3 books are really cute, but... Jeez. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Yeah, they're all really cute, though. But, yeah, give Volume 2 some love. If you have Volume 2, like, color in it. Alright, let's see. The thing about Crayola pencils is that they're so hard that you don't have to work very hard to make them look like they blend pretty seamlessly. Whereas if a pencil is very pigmented, in my opinion, then you have to kind of work hard to be really light-handed. Like if you use Prismacolor or Polychromos or anything like that, then you have to be really careful about how hard you're pressing when you layer, so it doesn't look like a major line of color, you know? At least I do. So that's why I prefer harder pencils sometimes. Alright, let's see here. Let me put these up. So let's do these 2 bottles. They look like paint bottles. So I'm going to do the caps red, and then obviously one's white and one's black, so hold on 1 second. Let me get the black one out. And I think for the label, we'll do sand for like the background of the label. And then we'll do yellow for the bee. And let's see, I'm gonna give his wings like the bee's wings like a bluish tint. And then the lightning bug, yellow, let's see, what should we make his body? Should we make his body black too? Yeah, and then his head. His head can be we'll go with jade green because I don't think I've used that color yet. Okay, we'll start with the caps first. So, oh shoot! Wait, hold on. Wrong color. I thought that looked a little orange. I accidentally pulled out orange red. Alright, real quick, let me sharpen this one. And let's sharpen these two. Okay. So we're gonna color these caps red. And if you're wondering, like, the outline around here is gold glitter marker. And the brand of the markers is Ink. I-N-C. I got them from Amazon. I use them, if you watched my last month's completed pages video, I used them on the unicorn mosaic color by number that I did, which in hindsight it was kind of a bad idea because I kind of used up I used up a lot of purple, but it was sparkly and that's what mattered. I was thinking of buying the 120 set of Crayola pencils, but I don't know. I think I'll just use these for now because I go back and forth on it a lot. Like, well, you know, do I really use them like that? And honestly, even though I really like them, I don't think I use them enough to, like, not that the 120 set is like super duper expensive or anything, it's just I have so many color pencils. And not to mention, I also have Crayola twistable colored pencils. So, it's one of those things where I don't really need it, but Crayola has some really neat colors in their sets. Alright. Just gonna shade in those caps a little. And we're gonna use mahogany. We used just plain old red, and now we're gonna shade in with mahogany. It's a little hard to see. Hope you guys can see it on camera. It's very subtle. That looks okay. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but here in person it looks pretty good. Make this a little darker. I think this might be the last, well, besides the Chibi Girls unicorns, this might be the last page I finish for the month. Because I'm still working on Snow White in the Hatchet Heroes color by number. I just have part of the background to do. But you know, even though I say I just have a part of the background to do, it's still probably going to take a while. So, one of my goals was to be done with that picture this month, but it's okay. I don't want to rush it, like I've said before, so. Oh, by the way, before I forget, a commenter on the last video where we did the color by colors Tetris said that we were coloring a lamp, not a lamp, wait, oh my gosh, Yeah, it was a lamb. No. It was a goat. Yes, she said it was a goat. So, thank you very much. The mystery is solved. I appreciate it. Because it was really kind of driving me crazy, so. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and color in the bottle of this itself black. And I haven't forgotten about this little guy right here. I'm going to color him like a bright green. I can't believe how hot it is. Like, I know I keep talking about the heat, but like, we're only still in May and it feels like 90 degrees outside. I think it is supposed to get up to 90 degrees next week. Which, the summer is going to be so hot. Especially, like, you throw the humidity in on top of the heat and it's just like, ugh. But I still would much rather it be hot than cold. Where is... Here it is. No, that's not it. Did I lose my eraser? Oh, this is fun. Yep. I can't find it. Oh well. I was gonna erase that one over the line a little bit right here, but whatever. I'll erase it later. So this is definitely probably not gonna show, but it's just for me, basically. This is sand. It's kind of like it's like an eggshell color. Does anybody remember those books for kids, that series of books that was like scary stories to tell in the dark? There was 3 of them, like 3 different volumes. And I remember those very well. Like, that's a Scholastic book club or book fair classic. Like, especially if you grew up in the 90s, if you were a kid in the 90s, Scholastic book fairs. So Scholastic is a publishing company, and they focus on like middle grade kid, like picture books, and also middle grade like chapter books. And they would come to like elementary schools and set up in the library or the gym. And sorry, hold on one second. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out where the line ended. And they would set up at your school and come to your school, and there would be all these like books and also like little trinkets you could buy. You could buy bookmarks or posters or all kinds of stuff like that. And Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was like always one that they had, or they always had that series of books, 3 books in there. It's kind of a classic. And you can buy that series on Amazon, because they made, or they're gonna make, a movie out of those books. I'm not sure if they have already or not. But anyway, those books are also known for having really kind of like gruesome, horrific, realistically drawn like pen and ink illustrations. Like, way too graphic for like a kid's book. So that's kind of what they're known for. And when I was looking them up on Amazon, I was remembering that like there was one particular one where I don't remember the story, but it was a picture of a woman, and like half of her face was like hanging off. Like, her eyeball was hanging out of its socket, and like just her whole one side of her face was gone. And ugh. Oh my god, I was already like kind of a sensitive kid. And that was just like, that was too much. I remember like purposely putting my hand over the illustrations because they were so freaky. Book fairs. Scholastic also had those like order forms that our teacher would pass out at the end of the day, and you'd take them home and like circle what you wanted and kind of persuade, shall we say, your parents to place an order for you. And when the box came, when the teacher had the box, when the orders finally came in, it was like Christmas. So fun. I remember one book fair we had. They had someone come dressed up like Clifford, the big red dog. That was fun. And you got to take a picture with Clifford. I was never allowed to buy anything but books from the book fair. Like I said, you could buy other little, like, posters and stuff, and my mom would always be like, don't you dare buy anything other than books. She'd, like, give me some money. Because, you know, she wanted me to read. I understand. As a kid, I was like, oh man. There's so many other cool things. Like, the books were cool, but, like, they had, like, notebooks, and especially the notebooks, because still to this day, I love notebooks. We won't talk about how many, like, journals and blank journals and notebooks I own. Do you guys watch the YouTube channel Pencil Stash? She's been around for a really long time. I love her videos. She did one a while back that was how long it took to color a Kirby Rosanis. I think it was a double page spread, and she just used pencils because, like, regular color pencils, because that's what she prefers. But, like, like, it's so funny because I think it took her a total of like 8 hours starting and stopping, but I think it did, if I remember correctly. But I remember, like, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, that would easily take me like a month. As a matter of fact, I know it would probably take me at least a month, because I just did like a single page in Color Morphia, which is the face in the tree from Mythomorphia, I think it is. And I did that with colored pencil. I think it was Faber-Castell Classics. And then I did like some like 3 or 4 teeny tiny parts with like gel pen, like the parts of the background that were peeking through from all the leaves and stuff. I did with gel pen. But that took me a month just to do like that one page in pencil. So she's a way speedier colorist than I am, that's for sure. But she loves Crayola pencils, and they do work well in Kirby's books. At least in Color Morphia they work well. They seem to work well in a lot of his other books. I'm not sure, because the only ones I have are Worlds Within Worlds and Color Morphia. So, but yeah, she always does such a good job. She loves the romantic country books too, so if you love those books, you want to check her out because she does awesome work. I wish I knew where my eraser went. I know it's around here somewhere. Just not sure where. Watch it be in like one of my marker cases. Sometimes I stick it in there so I won't lose it in the couch or whatever if I'm coloring on the couch. And then I, of course I'm like, what happened to my eraser? Like I am now. We already know I can lose whole pencil bags full of fine liners in my couch. So, a tiny eraser isn't that far-fetched. My mom has a joke that's really funny. She's like, your couch is like Charlie Brown's kite-eating tree. Except for it's like a remote eating couch or a pin eating couch. It's true. It reminds me of like, you know, in the first Home Alone when Macaulay Culkin is afraid to go in his basement because the furnace scares him. It's like a monster. That's my couch. That's how I picture my couch whenever something disappears. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Well, no, did I put it up here? No, I was thinking it was behind me. It's not behind me either. Well, shoot. Watch as soon as I like in this video, it's gonna show up. Honestly, that eraser, I'm talking about the Tombow Mono Zero eraser, is like the best, one of the best purchases I have ever made in my life. Coloring wise, like coloring supply wise. And maybe just in general, because I use it all the time. I should really do like a essential coloring supplies video or something. I'm not sure if my essentials are any different than most people's, but maybe there's something in there that you've never heard of, you know, might help you out a bit. I know new colorists are always looking for suggestions on good supplies to buy so that they don't waste their money, which is very understandable. I would still say though, like I say with like markers and pencils and stuff, the best way is just trial and error. See what works for you. Because what works for you might not work for someone else. So, it looked like it was a little wrinkly right there, but I think it's just the light on the paper. So interesting to me that this is lightning bug white, because I gotta tell you, white is not the color I think of when I think of lightning bugs. It's funny because I had never actually seen a lightning bug in person until like less than 10 years ago maybe. But they're all around here in the summertime. But they are not white. Their bodies are like black grayish. Definitely not the green I'm about to color this guy, but I just wanted some variety. But yeah, their lights are, their bodies light up. It's like a fluorescent yellow, dark yellow kind of. That's the way I describe it. They're really neat if you've never seen one before. Alright, let's see. Let's color this guy's face. You know what's funny is this is called jade green, and it's so funny how different companies interpret different color names. Because I have a jade green and a few other sets, and they're all vastly different. That's why, like, if anybody ever tries to give you a hard time about how many color pencils you have or how many markers, just tell them that's why. It's because there are so many different interpretations or even shades of the same color. So you need all those pencils and those markers. It's important. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. You don't need that negativity in your life. If somebody ever says anything to me, I'm just like, I like choices. Oh, by the way, lightning bugs are also called fireflies in other parts of the country, so if you're like, what's a lightning bug? It's a firefly. Same thing. Alright, let me go ahead and color this number 2 pencil down here. We're just going to color it yellow. I don't know if I've ever said this before or talked about this, but when I was in elementary school, since we're on an elementary school memory kick today, we had in front of the office at school, we had a pencil machine, like a number 2 pencil machine, and it was $0.25 for a pencil. And you might be like, oh, big deal, like a pencil. But so the office would stock it with all these like really cool pencils. They weren't just regular like Ticonderoga number 2 pencils like this one. They would have like designs on them or like characters, you know. Sometimes the wood around the core would be like, you know how they have the ones that have different colored wood right here. And on your birthday, they would give you a happy birthday pencil, the office would. Which, it sounds so funny, because you'd swear like we never got any pencil at all our whole lives or anything like that, but we were so geeked for those pencils. It's so funny. We loved, oh my god, they used to refill the pencil machine like every, I think it was Tuesday. The line in the morning to get a pencil out of that machine on Tuesday was ridiculous. So funny. And actually, it's a pretty clever thing, because you know how kids are always losing stuff. Especially their pencils. You know, somebody's always asking somebody for a pencil. So that was actually really clever. They probably made so much money off of that pencil machine. Oh my gosh. So funny. I can like clearly remember asking my dad for $0.25 for a pencil. I'm sure he was like, okay. Go ahead. You know what I was just thinking? Oh no, I guess I do. I was thinking, I don't know if I have like well, I know I have a gray, but I also have silver. I'm gonna use silver instead of gray, because the gray is really dark. For some reason, I think I have like the 50 Crayola set, and I think it's the 50. And it only has one gray. There's like a slate color, but that's more blue than gray, definitely, so. But this works. Alright, let's see. let's do the color pencils right here. Let's see what color should we make them. Why don't we do... Oh, you know what? Let's do this little guy, because I'll forget about him. So let's make him, we'll do lime green. And we'll shade him with, what's it called? Yellow green. So, I think, hold on, gotta sharpen it again. I have like a much bigger, sturdier pencil sharpener, but it's behind me. On the end table. And I don't want to have to get up and reach behind me because I'm lazy. This book is really adorable. I recommend it if you like dragons and fairies. It was just under $4. All of the Dover books are super affordable. The lighter Crayola colors like this one, are a little harder to color with because they're so light. Like the lead is so hard on Crayola pencils that the pigment is light anyway, but when the color is also really light, you have to kind of go over it a couple of times, I feel like, for it to kind of show up, no matter what kind of paper you're using. Also, Crayola pencils work really, really well on CreateSpace paper, like regular Amazon CreateSpace paper. So if you're really stuck with Amazon paper and you want to use pencils but you're not sure which ones, try Crayola. Either the regular ones like this with the wood casing or the twistables. They work really well. I need to do a video and show you guys my notepad I have where I keep track of what pencils work well in what author's books. I know I said I'd do that once before and I keep forgetting. I need to write that down. Which some people might call overkill. But I call it practical. Because if you're like me and you have all the books, or it feels like you have all the books, all the coloring books, then you need, sometimes you forget, like, oh, this author uses this publisher which has this paper, so what pencils can I use that won't make me pull my hair out? So I think it's kind of useful. If you like using pencils. If you're a marker person, then you can just disregard all of that. You crazy marker kids out there. I like markers too. I don't think I didn't start using alcohol markers until like 2018. So for like a few years there, I only used pencil. I didn't really know anything about alcohol-based markers outside of like maybe permanent markers until I started poking around the art and the coloring community on YouTube more. And I saw what they could do and I was like, oh, now I need some of those. They definitely save your fingers and your wrists a lot of times. Alright, so that guy's done. And like I said, let's get started on these pencils. So I think my train of thought was I'm gonna use green, blue, and teal, which that's for one pencil, that's not for two pencils. And what else? Should we do like a purple one? Yeah, let's do orchid and mauve. And then the next one can be cool gray, which is not really gray in my opinion, it's more like blue, and slate. That sounds good. And these handles, I think I'm going to make them all red. So let me put these up. All of my pencils are like out of color order. They're in color order in my swatch books, but in my actual like case, they're always out of order. Which I guess doesn't do me any good, like, because then I end up hunting for a bunch of them anyway. Like, it doesn't make it any easier. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do the purple first. Obviously, all of these need sharpening. Surprise, surprise. I use this color on this dragon too, right below where I'm coloring. So I didn't want to put it here, because his ears are kind of over the pencil, and I thought it would, like, you know, overshadow the color of the pencil, kind of. I got the, this was like at the beginning of April. I got the color palette catalog, or the color catalog by Sarah Renee Clark. 1 and 2, both of them. And I got them mainly for, like, mandala color palette suggestions, and it's really helpful. I've also used it, like I used it this month in a picture I colored. And I thought it helped a lot. Kind of helped me think of like other colors to go together besides, you know, just your regular complementary colors. But yeah, I really like that. Even if you don't take the exact colors, like it'll at least give you some inspiration. Because it's sorted by keyword and color and all kinds of things to give you some inspiration. And it's a PDF, or you can print it out if you want, but it's humongous. I just pull it up on my phone and use it that way. I also, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Sarah Renee Clark do the Coloring Addicts coloring book or whatever? Because I have that one, and that book is amazing. I love it. I did the Hello, My Name Is page, and I'm a coloring addict. I did that page, man, almost 3 years ago. But yeah, I love that book. I should color in it more. It's very appropriate. That picture, the Hello, My Name is Amber and I'm a coloring addict, is on my Instagram. Somewhere around there. Thank you for following me on Instagram too as well. I feel like I follow so many awesome people on Instagram, and it's so hard to go through and like everyone's picture like I want to. I don't want anybody to feel like I, you know, just skipping over them or whatever. It's just there are so many talented people on Instagram and on YouTube. Alright, so we did that one. So we did purple, so let's do like the teal colors. So let's do these two, which I have to sharpen. Plug your ears. And if you're like, wow, that sounds like that's struggling, it's because Crayola pencils have like really rough wood casing. Oops. Don't you love when pencils break in the sharpener? That's always fun. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is gonna really, they look very similar. So we're gonna start with teal and see if we can make a difference with the green blue on top of it, but they are so similar looking that I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the green blue, but we'll try. You know, it's funny. For the size of the set of Crayolas I have, I feel like they're missing a few colors in between. It's funny, my mom has my, like, just plain Crayola green color right now. Because she said she didn't have, like, a regular green, which I thought was really weird because she has the twistable color pencils and that should definitely have a green in it, but I don't know, maybe her set was missing that color. Look at me trucking along here. Alright. Moment of truth. Wait, hold on a second. It's a little messy up here. Gotta remember this part of the pencil too, obviously. Alright. So, will this make any difference? Yes, a little bit. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see it in real life. That's good. Well, that actually looks quite nice. Glad I took a chance on it. Alright. And last but not least, we have Slate and Cool Gray, which to me looks more blue than gray. So that's why we're putting these two together. And of course, these need sharpening. Alright, so we'll start with the Cool Gray and then we'll put the Slate on top of it. Again, yes, gray, but also kind of blue. To me, at least. Just the tiniest bit of blue in this gray, I think. Also, why is Cool Gray, like, why is the barrel painted blue? Does this not look blue? Like, this is totally blue. Why is it Cool Gray? I don't know. maybe the machine at the Crayola factory had a malfunction. Because that is not gray. And I am not colorblind, so it's not because of that. Oh, sorry, now we're using the slate, which is slightly darker. Ever so slightly darker, kind of like the teal and the blue-green that we used. Which again, might be hard to see, but, on camera, but also we're late at night here, so I don't have any natural light, so it's probably harder to see. I could turn on the overhead light, but then my hand would cast a shadow. You know the struggle if you've got a channel of any kind here on YouTube. Alright, so next all I have to do is the paintbrushes, and then we'll be done. So, let me put these other pencils up. And then I'll get the silver and the brown out. And the red, because we're going to make the handles red. Because, I don't know, they just look like they should be red to me. So brown, plain brown, and light brown. And then the red, maybe we'll make them red and like orangey red to make them different from this right here. That sounds good. Okay, so the only one that needs to sharpen is the light brown. Yay! I am not prepared. I'm not the prepared colorist. Color and chatter. Oh no! The lid came out. See, this pencil sharpener does not know what to do with itself. It's the little pencil sharpener that could. It kind of chugs. I just use it for, like, if I'm in my room coloring and stuff like that, because my big one is electric, so it just stays plugged in behind me. Because it's kind of bulky and stuff, but it's way more capable. I've not had a pencil break inside of it, and I've had it for 4 years, and it still sharpens well, so I can't complain. Oh, you know what I forgot? The silver. we don't need to sharpen the silver, so that's good. I've tried, I don't know about you guys, or if it's just me, but I've tried to sharpen Crayola pencils with like a manual sharpener, and they break all the time in the sharpener, especially using a manual sharpener. It's so frustrating. It's so, like, the wood casing is so rough. That's my only gripe, is they don't really sharpen too well unless you use a, either like one of those crank sharpeners probably would do good, or if you had like an electric sharpener like I do. I know everybody has like a favorite sharpener, like a favorite manual sharpener that they stick to. I like the Boss Stitch Twist and Sharp, which when I do the Coloring Essentials video, I'll show you guys. I have a list of potential videos to make. I'll just add that one to it. Kind of hard to see where the lines start and stop right here for the paintbrushes. My mom was saying that the other day. She was like, I couldn't tell where one line started and the other line ended. I'm like, welcome to coloring. Okay, so now we're going to shade these in and just use regular red. And again, I have no idea what I'm doing when I shade. I just shade where I think it should go. I am not scientific with it. Have you guys seen, if you follow Kira Shershneva on Instagram, she will tease upcoming books sometimes, and she's doing like a color by colors masterpieces, like well-known paintings, color by colors, and oh my god, I'm so excited. She had like a Salvador, what's it called? She had this Salvador Dali painting where it's the melting clocks and stuff. I think that was the one she had. But it looks really cool. I'm so excited. These pencils just rolled over here. Oh, you know what I just realized? This is part of the background. Oh well. We just won't shade it. I did that on purpose. I totally did that on purpose. I knew what I was doing. I was thinking I might do some grayscale coloring with just colored pencil. And one of Alina Lazareva's grayscale books, if you guys are interested. Because I see a lot of people saying that grayscale intimidates them. And so I thought I'd show you guys how I like to color with just pencil on grayscale that's on Amazon paper. So I'm not sure like when that video is coming up, but it's on my list. I try not to like, you know, make myself too nuts about posting videos or else it's not fun anymore. Then it's not for fun. Ah, no, stay over there. I'm not gonna shade the silver one, I'm just gonna color straight with it. Kind of like I did down below on the pencil. I'm amazed at how well the metallic color pencils color the silver and the gold. Normally metallic pencils are kind of like a little scratchy, you know? We're just gonna like make this look like it has some dimension. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm totally winging it. Welcome to Strawberry Board, where we wing it. Does that look weird? Well, that looks alright. So it looks kind of reflective-ish. Kinda. We'll leave it. Stare at their pencils. Jeez. See, this is why I normally keep them down beside me, because they'll keep bumping into my arm. I do not appreciate it. I don't appreciate the sass. don't know why, but this brown is hurting my wrist. Probably because I've been coloring for an hour and a half. That'll happen. Time just flies by. But we're almost done. Alright, let's go back to the silver, and then we'll put a little darker brown in the bristles, and then we'll be done. So, continuing our trick of trying to make this look like it's reflecting light. Is it really working? I have no idea. Looks legit. Looks like it might work. It's better than nothing. Alright. Does anybody else always want to color Fairies' hair blue or green? I always have that issue. And fairy hair can be like any color at all, but my brain automatically goes to blue or green, which is kind of funny. Alright. Trucking along. My friend posted on Facebook a couple of days ago this letter she had found when she was cleaning out her closet at her parents' house. And it was a letter from John Denver, the singer John Denver, from 1986. So she was about 18 months old at the time, I think. And her aunt had written to John Denver and said what a big fan my friend was of him, and he wrote back, and he wrote the sweetest letter. He was like, "Thank you so much." My friend's name is Amy. He's like, "Thank you so much, Amy. Like, I'm so glad you enjoy my music. Like, he was so sweet. And it had like a really cute letterhead. Like, it just said John Denver with like a guitar kind of in the middle. Kind of like a bubble type vase with like a guitar in the middle of his name. It was so cute. I was like, if you throw that away, I'll smack you. Because it's adorable. And everybody else was like, keep it, keep it. So cute. Okay, are we done? Are we done? Oh no, I forgot to use the dark brown on the bristles. We'll just put a little bit here. And here. And here. Very professional. And one little piece right down here. Ta-da! All done. So thank you guys so much for watching me color and ramble yet again. I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun too, of course. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days for a new video. Bye!